Hey everyone. If you've seen my last video that I made, this is sort of a continuation of the same sort of content. I had some comments from people that they really enjoyed that one. And so I thought, you know what, I'll just do another one that's kind of similar in content. Let me know, of course, if you like this kind of video, and then I'll make more of these. Let's talk about how we're so easily influenced by influencers. Sometimes you are looking for something, a hat, sunglasses, whatever you're looking for, and you've been looking for a while. You don't have time to go to the store. The stores have very limited pieces these days, so you tend to navigate toward online shopping. There's nothing wrong with that, but I would suggest that instead of just being influenced right away, think about what you already have in your own closet. So, for instance, if you are looking to upgrade a t shirt, I wear t shirts a lot. This is a navy one that I got that I just, I put it on a lot because I like it. It's comfortable, it's cotton, and I have very sensitive skin, so cotton is like the best for me. And these days, it's still a little bit summery fall kind of weather. And so I like short sleeves, especially when I'm working from home. So instead of looking online for what you could possibly order, go to your closet and figure out what you already have and try to mix and match things and do like an add on. There's so many things that you can do. My last video showed how I can grab a scarf that I had and I just put it on over myself, and I felt like it was instantly a new outfit. It's like a little bit of a lighter wispy jacket to add to the color. My palette is usually very neutral, so I tend to lean toward very neutral colors. So I think to myself, instead of buying something, I don't know, a new necklace, a new ring, a new accessory, why not look in my closet and see what I have? So kind of following on my last video where I showed the scarf that I had in my drawers, I also found this really, really nice silk scarf that I had actually gotten for free when I purchased jewelry. I believe it was in a store that, oh, I forgot. I think they were like, it was a card store. And they had also some jewelry items there. And I had bought a ring there. And as a gift, I guess, for some customers, they got me this really, really nice scarf. And it's just really beautiful. It's very, very colorful. And I thought to myself at the time, I'm not going to ever wear that because it's so colorful. And, yeah, I wear scarves, or I used to wear scarves a lot, but I thought, I'm not going to be able to use that. But then I took it out, and with this navy t shirt, I thought to myself, I think this would look really good. And so let's just see how it looks. It's really funny because a lot of times we have something old or something that we've had for a long time in our closet, and we don't really think much of it, right? Because you're just like, well, I've had this, and I don't know, maybe I'll just donate it one day. But look how it just kind of elevates the t-shirt. I mean, it's just so simple, right? And it's great for weather like this, where if you're going to go out for a walk or whatever you want to do, you want to meet, friends for brunch or something, this is great throw on, right? Just throw on and out the door. And I just thought, this is just actually really nice. And you can wear it in so many different ways, right? You could wear it like this as a jacket, or you could wear it like, how people would normally wear it, like a scarf. So, you could do so many things, and it's just really wonderful to discover or rediscover what you already have in your closet. And it's just really fun, I think, because it's almost like you found something and you feel like it's so exciting, it's new, even though it's not new, right? And I know that there are lots of people who know how to tie scarves, in all these fancy different ways. And for me, I just feel like, this is a really great look. And I would just say, don't just automatically look at what an influencer is showing you and say, I want one of those, and then just get on there and buy it. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't, do that. I'm saying that, sometimes you just want to make sure that you don't already have something that you could supplement or add to your outfit. And here is another scarf that I had. Oh gosh, it was a long time ago, and it was near where I worked, near the office, and it's just these beautiful, beautiful bright colors. And I remembered that I usually only wore these one way, which was like under a blazer, or if it was cold, I would tie it around my neck or whatever. But again, why just limit yourself to that? You don't have to be going to some special event to wear something like this. It's just so simple, and you could do it that way. You could do it this way. You can just do so many different things with scarves. And this is just like one of those really simple things that you can do to elevate your look, and with something that you already have, right? And really, really easy, right? So it looks like you have a little tail. um, yeah, so I just think that people talk about like shopping their closet, right? They say, I'm going to shop my closet. And it's kind of a funny term, but it's true, because, you want to make sure that you need another thing, right? You need another thing before you buy something, because it's so easy to be influenced by influencers when they look great, right? Like they look great in whatever they're showing you. And and there's nothing wrong with that. You can admire it, but you have to think about, what is your style? Is it your style? Is it something that you will keep for a long time? Because evidenced by the number of scarves that I have, it's true. If you get pieces that will last you a lifetime, then maybe that's worth it, because then you don't have to keep buying things, and you can just keep interchanging, mixing up items that you already have. So I want to also show you that there's another thing that you can do. How about change up your t-shirt and make it a white t-shirt? Now, I admit that when I see influencers talking about the latest and greatest white t-shirt, I think about it and I'm tempted to get it, because I'm thinking, wow, that's beautiful. I love the shape of it. I love the material. It's cotton. It's short sleeve. It's this, it's that, right? And I think maybe I'll get that. But then I look in my closet and I go, oh, I have a t-shirt. And then I think, okay, have I had that t-shirt for a long time? Is it something I've loved and worn a lot? And then I think to myself, well, I haven't, because it's either very worn out, it has a hole, whatever it is, right? And sometimes you just want to get that one piece that is versatile, very flexible with everything. So I did get this t-shirt recently, but again, I just want to use things that I already have in my closet. So one thing I thought about is, how I was saying too in my other video, that what comes around goes around in fashion? Well, you know what? I have this jacket that I've had forever, and I couldn't even tell you how long I've had it. But you know how, like, they say that there's like a little bit of the comeback of Western stuff, right? And I was thinking to myself, it's so funny, this jacket I've had forever, and yes, it has these square shoulder pads, but that's okay. Sometimes I feel like I need a little bit of structure. Um, so I thought, well, this is great. I could do this, and then add some color, by adding an accessory. And again, I have a bag that I used to have for a long time. And why not? This is just a great bag to, just tote along, right? And it's so easy. And then I was also thinking about those scarves. And so remember the first scarf that I showed you, right? Well, if you wanted to, you can add this scarf, and look at that. It has a completely different look, doesn't it? And you can wear it all different ways, right? You can wear it, you know, um, under, like under your jacket, so that there's like a little bit of color peeking out, so that if you zip it, zip up your jacket, it will look different. But there's just so many different things that you can do, and it's super fun. And here's another accessory that you can just add, right? You can just add sunglasses, and you're ready to go out the door. And it's just so great to have this flexibility of adding things that you have, and just looking at what you have in your closet, in your drawers, with whatever is hanging, and you take it out and you just think, you know what, I can do something with this jacket that I've had for a long time, and all kinds of things like denim is making a comeback. So many things are making comebacks. So why not, before you get influenced by influencers, why not just shop your closet, find these treasures, and enjoy, right? So the last thing would be, now I know that this might not be for everyone, because, and I'm definitely not one to mix a lot of colors. I've always been just, again, very neutral. But I thought to myself, why am I not even thinking about colors? Like, why not add colors, right? So I've had this handbag for a long time, and I just thought, you know what? As long as there's some blue in the blue family, it doesn't have to go, match exactly, right? But why not? Why not? It's just like so easy to just add on. And again, it could be anything. It could be anything that you already have. You'd be surprised if you have a scarf that has many, many colors on it. You can almost add anything to it, because as long as it kind of goes in that family, it doesn't matter that there's so many colors. And that's one thing I've discovered about myself, is that I don't have to be afraid of color. Anyway, I hope that this was a fun video for you, because sometimes you just want to pause before you get influenced by an influencer and look at what you already have.